Guys, you will not believe it. We got a very special package in from Japan. We're going to take a look at some of the contents, and these are going to go up on the website very, very soon, next week. And at the end of the video, I'm going to put all the drop information down, and then I'm also going to drop it in the description, so make sure to check that out. And hopefully you can get on the drop. There's a bunch of really cool stuff. We have a big shipment from Studio Composite Japan. If you aren't familiar with Studio Composite, they make very, very high quality handles, they make baits, they make rods, and the way they use the carbon and the way they meld it into their items is very, very unique, very time consuming. So most of these are very low batch. So if you are looking to really heighten your swim bait game, your rod game, handles, anything like that, I highly encourage you to check out Studio Composite. They are more of an international company, of course based in Japan, very popular around the world, but finally making headway here in the US with us here at Lake Pro Tackle. So this shipment here, we're going to be going over a couple of the brand new Power Finesse handles. We're also going to take a look at the brand new Volta 235 swim bait, glide bait, and I can't wait to show you all. So if you are familiar with Studio Composite, you know that they have amazing carbon work, and some of the craftsmanship and level of detail is absolutely stunning. Now, we did have some Studio Composite earlier this year. We had some of the rods, and we also had some of the plus handles, the EX plus handles, which are really your more swim bait oriented, very, very big handles, very wide knobs and stuff like that. These are the Power Finesse handles, and these are going to be great for your average day-to-day applications. These are going to range from 90 millimeter down to 82 millimeters. So we've got three sizes: 82, 86, and 90. So your more finesse applications for your bait casters, whether you're going true BFS or want something a little bit smaller or a little bit really just an upgraded feel. And I'll tell you too, we've got a bunch of different colors and we'll take a look at those. But first, let's take a look directly at this Power Finesse handle. You're going to see here, this is the 90 millimeter version. These knobs here are going to be double supported with extremely, extremely high quality bearings. I mean, I'm telling you, this thing is ultra, ultra smooth. The other thing that's really neat about it is carbon, right? So it's going to be carbon fiber, and it is actually going to still be very, very tacky is not the right word, but you still get a great grip on that handle there. And this is very similar in shape to the power handles that we had, just sized down. So here's my hand compared to that knob. It fits very, very comfortably for me, at least. And again, extreme, extreme smoothness, just being able to reel like that. Now, each one of these uses a carbon handle, the actual handle piece that holds the knobs. This is going to be a little bit thinner than your power handles that we had earlier. These here are going to be essentially the same diameter slash overall length as some of your normal handles. Now, each one of these also comes with a kit to be able to take the cap off if you want, and then it's also going to give you all the essential nuts, washers, and everything like that to attach to your certain reels. Now, I do want to stress this. We had a couple people not quite understand the exact listing on this one, and I want to make it clear. The ones labeled Shimano are going to be 7x4, and then the other ones are going to be 8x5 hole, which is going to fit your Daiwas, most Lew's, most Abu, baits, almost every other bait caster. The Shimano is the only one that takes the 7x4, but we do have a lot more of the Shimano because the Aldebaran, Calcutta Conquest Shallow, or the BFS Calcutta Conquest, as well as Aldebaran BFS, or even Metanium 70, these fit extremely, extremely well. I'm not going to say there's less options in BFS from like your Daiwas or your other companies, but we have a little bit more of the Shimano size stocked up in 7x4. So just make sure to read the descriptions down in there and make sure you get the right one for you. And let's take a look at the colors. So this one here, the one that I've been holding, is black. It's just going to be like a jet black, just your standard jet black, kind of like the hoodie I'm wearing here. Next one we're going to take a look at is gunmetal. This is, again, one of the popular ones, especially if you have a Calcutta Conquest BFS, or even Aldebaran. It kind of has that gunmetal blue tint to it. We're also going to take a look at the silver. And if you're true Calcutta BFS, this might be the one for you. This one here is just going to be straight like aluminum silver and looks really, really good on almost any reel. Of course, the other two colors that they have are going to be this guy right here, which is red, a very deep ruby red. And then you're also going to have gold. So your two Iron Man colors right there, a nice gold. And you know, each of these, again, handcrafted in Japan, made of carbon, double bearing support on each one of these knobs, ultra smooth. I can't stress that enough. Install is very easy as well. All the hardware is going to be in that bag, and if you need a tutorial on that, I do have one up on YouTube right now, switching a Bates Hundo handle out, and the process is going to be very, very similar to that. Now, the other sizes that we have, again, are going to be 86 millimeter and 82. The 82 is itty bitty. So for your like Aldebaran BFS, Calcutta BFS, these ones are going to be a great option. And then, of course, if you do want just a little bit bigger, I mean, trust me, these are also very strong. These are super, super strong. You're not going to break them under load. If something does happen, we can get you in contact with Studio Composite directly, and then they can kind of take a look at what needs to be fixed or what pieces are broken. So warranty concerns, you can DM me, you can DM Studio Composite directly, let them know you bought from us, and they can hopefully help you out. Now, the next bait we have is going to be the brand new Volta 235, and we actually got an early prototype in, and if you haven't experienced the Volta, it is absolutely incredible, some of the process they use to make these. Let me point out a few key features. So this Volta 235 right here, this one is going to be the rainbow trout pattern. One of the unique things about this bait here is it uses a very big ring up front. They call this the bull ring, or something along the lines of that. It is a very big oversized ring that allows you to get a very, very wide glide and a free range of motion. This is designed to be more of your slower traditional glide bait. You're going to see here the tail section is actually kind of more at that moderate stage where you can slow glide and you can do somewhat of a chop pretty quickly. And let me tell you, this bait is one of the easiest ones to just throw out there, and that bait's going to sit very, very horizontal in the water and act very, very natural. And that's another thing. Now, you're going to be able to see, hopefully in here a little bit, I'll zoom in or try to, you can see that exposed carbon in the joint there. Now, again, this is a carbon fiber bait, and it is extremely durable, more so than I think most resin baits are. They literally ran this over with cars and trucks in prototyping, and this isn't, this isn't the first Volta they have. They have many different sizes. This one here is really made to fit more of that average USA consumer size, that 235, especially for those of us that love throwing big swim baits. Another cool thing are going to be the hangers here. Very oversized, very overbuilt, but they're going to be extremely, extremely durable for when you hook up to that fish of a lifetime. Another great thing is going to be your replaceable tails. Now, we don't have any replacement tails for you, but if you're storing your baits, you can pull this guy out, store it somewhere flat, and you're not going to have to worry about the tail getting all bent up or anything like that. And this is going to be a very, very strong elastomer, not elastomer style, but it's going to be a very, very strong rubber tail that you can easily replace if you need to. And I think they have some tails available online on their website, shipping from Japan. That's something I should have asked for, honestly, because I do like to switch out tails, and if I color one, going down the rabbit hole, I just end up having a lot of tails, like for DRT baits and stuff. This one, again, rainbow trout, very, very beautiful. If you are in California or anywhere that stocks trout, definitely give these a shot. And I totally forgot to mention the weighting system. These use glass beads in here to maintain a constant, buoyancy no matter what the water temp is. So this is going to fish very similar, whether it's super, super hot or super, super cold. And that's another thing. So embedded in the carbon fiber are going to be glass, essentially glass bubbles that help with that buoyancy of the bait. Next up is going to be sharkback. So we have 3 colors. Next up is sharkback. Of course, chartreuse back, so you can see it very, very easily. And it's going to be a white main body and a pearl underbelly there. It does have a little bit of shad scales. You might not be able to see it really in this lighting here, but there are little like honeycomb shad scales kind of etched into here, which is really neat. Same thing with this guy here. So this is Akatsuki or Akatsuki. This one is going to have an orange back. It's going to go into like a bone kind of side body, and then you're going to go into another orange belly. This one here, especially if you have extremely clear water and you're trying to imitate maybe something like a golden shiner or really a goldfish, who knows? This is going to be a great bait for that ultra, ultra clear water. Something that they don't really see much of, and it's something that from a scientific standpoint, especially with like light penetration and how fish actually see in the water, this one is actually extremely just kind of bright and vibrant to them, and it really ticks them off just seeing something so bright. Another thing they have on each of these is going to be a hollow foil on the gill plate there, and you're going to see it kind of flash on every single one of those. Very, very neat. Again, they put so much time and just manpower into creating these, each individual bait, which is really, really cool, and that's one of their sayings from Studio Composite, the ID, the individual development. It is a custom bait. Each of these handles and baits and rods are made specifically for that purpose and to be able to be fished with just the utmost like care, respect, and really, I mean, these are just straight works of art, guys. You know, I had that early prototype and was fishing it, and it was super, super amazing. The only thing to me was I didn't want to keep fishing it because it was just such a beautiful piece of art, and it's in the case here. So if you want to come take a look at it, now that we have these, you can take one home, but we've had that other 235 in the case here for quite a little bit. So I'm sure you all want to know what the drop information is, or if you're lazy and like me and just go to the description. We are going to be dropping these on December 12th at 10:30 Central Time. So December 12th, 10:30 Central, the handles are going to go up, and we have Shimano and Daiwa in each size, so 8x5 and 7x4 in the 90s, the 86s, and then I believe it's just the Shimano in the 82s, and there's only a couple colors in the 82s. I know they're not going to be the most popular because it is a very, very small handle. That's why we didn't get too many of those, but lots and lots of the 90 millimeter or 90 size, and I can't wait for y'all to get your hands on these. Again, switching these out from your normal stock handles is a absolute game changer. It actually really feels like you lighten up the reel, just being able to feel everything. And the carbon fiber, because it is like epoxy and carbon fiber, it actually translates sensitivity extremely well. And I forgot to mention, for those of you that aren't familiar with these are monocoque, so it is hollow, and it really reverberates any sensitivity, vibrations that you feel in the water directly into your hand. These ones are probably my favorite by far in terms of the knob and just overall configuration. Not too big, not cumbersome. I don't need to be throwing a swim bait. You know, with the power ones, for just average day-to-day use, these Power Finesse guys are extremely, extremely awesome. So I definitely encourage you to check them out. You will be able to find the listings from, you know, the rest of this week moving into the next week, and be able to kind of look at some of the colors and some of the sizes, as well as some more detailed pictures on the Volta 235. And we'll have that drop information up there. So set your calendars, December 12th at 10:30 Central Time. These are going up. So guys, thank you so much for watching the video. I'll see you in the next one here at Lake Pro Tackle. See you guys.